My name is Abayomi Ezekwe. I'm with the Moratorium Now Coalition. This proceeding that is going to begin today is an attempt to put a legal cover on the grand theft that has been engineered by the banks and the corporations against the city of Detroit. Our position is that JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, the Union Bank of Switzerland, PNC, and all of them, we owe them nothing. They should not get a dime of any taxpayer money from the city of Detroit. In fact, they owe us for the destruction of the neighborhoods here in the city of Detroit over the last decade and a half through predatory lending. They also owe us for the predatory lending that's been conducted in regard to municipal finance. All of these loans and bogus bond initiatives have done nothing except drive this city further and further into financial ruin. So we are here to say, make the banks pay. They owe us. We are opposed to this so-called confirmation of the 6th or 7th plan of adjustment that's been put forward by the agents of Wall Street. That's all they are. That's who Rick Snyder works for. That's who Kevin Orr works for. They are the real enemies in this struggle. And that's who we are going to be fighting against over the next several weeks and over the next several months. Even if they put a rubber stamp on this so-called plan of adjustment, it will not work. The reason why it will not work is because the city of Detroit has massive poverty, massive unemployment, massive economic exploitation and dislocation, and until those issues are addressed, no plan of adjustment is going to be feasible. They're going to be coming back a few months from now, maybe a year from now, saying, oh, this has to be readjusted again. We're still going to be stuck with billions and billions of dollars in debt as a result of this confirmation trial, unless it's overturned. And who's going to pay the $5 billion to $11 billion in debt that we're going to be stuck with? It's going to be us who is going to pay for it. The working people of the city of Detroit, its employees, its community residents, its homeowners, all of us are going to be forced to pay for this ripoff that's being engineered and has been engineered now for the last nearly 2 years. All we have to do is look at the overall conditions that exist here in the city of Detroit since the appointment of Kevin Orr as the emergency manager in March of last year. Conditions have worsened. The streets are worse. The lighting is worse. The public transportation system is worse. The emergency medical services system is worse. They have improved nothing. In fact, they have driven this city further into the ground. They cannot manage. The evidence that they cannot manage is the overall economic crisis that exists in this country and throughout the world. So what we want to say is that we have to stay strong. We have to be in opposition to this plan of adjustment. We also have to address the whole question of the need for a temporary restraining order on the water shutoffs. That is now in federal court. There's a lawsuit that's pending right now against the Detroit Water and Sewage Department to stop the shutoffs. We also have to be very much concerned about the fact that people's water is still being shut off every single day here in the city of Detroit. This is an outrage, despite the fact that it's been exposed internationally as a gross violation of human rights, despite the fact that thousands of people have come out into the streets here in the city of Detroit from around the country saying stop the shutoffs, despite the fact that we have had delegations from Canada, from Utah, from West Virginia, and from other cities that have come here in acts of solidarity to bring large supplies of water. They are still shutting off people's water. So we have to stop the water shutoffs. We have to stop this bogus confirmation trial for this unfeasible and unworkable and irrational plan of adjustment. We have to continue to organize over the next few weeks. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to be speaking for myself. I'm not going to be speaking for any group today. I'm not going to be speaking about actual events or things that are coming up, but I would like to know how many people in this group are so angry and so frustrated they just want to do something right now to change things. Is there anybody that feels like that? How many people belong to groups that are able to do anything, and how many people belong to groups that are able to do something? And how often do your groups meet, and can you get your groups more involved? And how many people don't know about groups and would like to find about groups that would like, so they could get involved? Anybody? Everybody. So look at this group. Everybody is really involved. And I most of you know I'm a therapist and I study human behavior. And this city, this state, this country is sick. I mean, we all know how many people can just imagine no water, you don't have enough money for food, your food stamps have been cut, you've been on the lines for 2 years now fighting, and every day you hear about this bullshit that goes on with all these politicians and all these lawyers, and you get sicker and sicker inside. And what do you do with it? You have no place to put it. You get depressed, you get angry, you eat too much, you drink. It's really time that we band together. We're all human beings, and we have to get our groups to fight harder, to know that we have power as human beings, and we have a human right to stand up for what we believe.
Okay, my name is Baxter Jones. Those of you that know me, you know that I stand for anti-bullyism. I like to put things in perspective. It's not complicated. And I was thinking about this for a long time. The reason that we don't see a lot more people out here with us today is because people have become comfortable with being uncomfortable. I want you to think about that. Comfortable with being uncomfortable. They've been beat down so long, they got used to it. Those of us out here, we can't get used to it.
That's right.
How can I be comfortable if they turn my friend Mike Shane's water off? How can I be uncomfortable if they take away my friend David's pension? Or my friend Pat if they foreclose on his house? Or my friend William if the police beat him half to death or to death? How can I be comfortable with this? You cannot if you have a conscience. If you listen to your conscience. But you can become numb to pain if you allow yourself to believe that this is the way it's supposed to be, that I don't have nothing else I can do to stop it. But there is something you can do.
Yes.
You can first start with respecting yourself.
Yes.
Caring about yourself. Loving yourself. Then you start loving other people, caring about other people. You can beat these bullies back with your heart, your heartbeat. That's the conscience that's on the inside of you. That say, if my friend Dawn is hurting, I'm hurting. That's what we have to start doing. This is no different from when we was on the playground, when we was kids. And some of you know what I'm talking about. You see your friend getting beat up, and instead of you going over to help him, you scared. You scared because the bully might jump on you. That's the same thing that's going on right now. It's no different.
You got that, man.
That's right.
People scared. People intimidated. But I'm not intimidated. You know what I'm intimidated by? You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of falling out of favor with God. That what? Something happened.
Yep, we're gonna check it out.
Keep going. Keep going without the mic.
I'm afraid of falling out of favor with God, because God don't let you, don't want you to not care about other people and care about yourself. This whole thing is about greed. It's about greed.
That's right.
And the thing about that I don't understand is that we all come in this world with nothing, naked, nothing. When you leave here, you're gonna leave here with nothing, naked. You're not even gonna have your body. What's wrong with this thing?
Keep turning it off.